in Villanova, they have more of a scoring attack as far as the guards. West Virginia was they're way more bigger than us, way more athletic. Their front line and back line was they had two great players as far as back line and front line. Banks is at 6'9", he plays the 2 and the 3, and Butler's at 6'7", and I thought we really played good on both ends of the court. It came down to free throws on my part and certain possessions like the half-court 3 from Banks, which we gave up. So it just came down to those little things.
Matt Williams always talks about playing an entire 40 minutes.
Yeah, I felt like we played 39 minutes. That last minute, we gave away some crucial possessions, and which kind of hurt us a little bit. And I felt like we did everything good. We only had 9 turnovers. We were 8 from 12 from the free throw line. We did good on defensive glass. Kept them off offensive glass. Offensive glass, they had a 9 in the first half, and we kept them to 2 in the second half. So we did a good job in that.
You haven't been in a situation like that before in the Division I level, playing a road game like that, tough opponent. How much can you take away, even though it was a loss? You and the other guys haven't been through that before from a game like that.
I really don't take nothing away from us. Even though you can say we're inexperienced, I think the way we practice gets us ready for these type of games. A tough team, being playing at West Virginia, where Bob Huggins, he has only lost 5 games at home. So I feel like we was prepared mentally and physically. So I think if we keep working, we're going to get there.
Darius, you talked about the size disadvantage, but your quickness has really caused problems for bigger teams that you've played. And now you're playing a team that has like similar quickness to you guys. Do you think it favors you at times when you're playing somebody bigger, or would you rather match up against a team like Villanova, who's got similar quickness to you guys?
I think it does give us an advantage when we're playing bigger opponents, such as West Virginia. Being that we have very quick guards, and me, Kubi, Dwight, and Mo, I think it's in our favor to get to the rim on bigger guys, force help, and get extra passes out to shooters like Czar, Jimmy, Kubi, and other guards. So, but when we're playing against guys like Villanova, who have the same exact quickness and same abilities as us, I think it's more of a game to us now. Playing against guys just like us, where they can get to the rim, they can shoot the jumper just like us. So I think we're just gonna have to be prepared to play guys just like us.
So what do you try to exploit when you're playing a team similar to you that has the type of quickness that you guys have?
We're just trying to exploit, different things that they do, different things that we do better than them, different things that are gonna help us win the game.
You mentioned the free throws. You in particular, was it fatigue at that point of the game? Was it nerves? Was it a combination of the two? Can you take us back to those?
I don't think it's none of them. I think I just didn't step up to make a shot. I feel like if that happens again, I feel like I'm gonna knock the 2 shots down and we're gonna be up. So I feel comfortable with the ball in my hand, late clock situation, and I feel as if me and Jimmy can make both of those free throws. We were both shooting well as far as percentage-wise, and I feel as if that was happening again, that there'd be no problem for us.
Jimmy talked about after the Florida State game when he missed the free throws, he was back in the gym that night when you guys got back here shooting and practicing. Did you guys do that after the West Virginia game, or did you spend more time in the gym shooting them?
Well, we was up earlier yesterday morning shooting, and after workouts and whatnot. So it's just a mental thing. It all comes down to a mental thing, and that's what we have to do. Have to make those free throws in late clock situation.
You guys are probably playing as tough of a 4-game stretch in the country right now as anybody over the next 2 weeks. Would you kind of rather have a breather, or do you kind of relish a challenge of these next 3 games?
I think we really relish the challenge. These 4 games, or these last 3 games, are going to be real tough games for us, and we know that. Coming in, we're going to always be the underdog. We're inexperienced. We have no-name guys, but that doesn't stop us from working and trying to get better as a team. So I feel as if we get these 3 games under our belt, we play well, and it can help us progress as a team.
Well, you, above anyone else, might know what Darius is feeling as well, having missed some free throws. But how do you bounce back from that? What's the mentality going into the following game?
Yeah, everybody missed free throws. Those are big free throws for me and for DJ. I think, you know, we just got to step up to the line, knock them down. Yeah, you could say practice them, but like Buzz said, you just got to be mentally tough enough to walk up to the line and knock them down. And we're just going to bounce back the way that we came into the game, still just fighting, trying to do what we do. Just let that go and it's behind us now.
You guys have been on the wrong end of quite a few, you know, last-second losses, whatever you want to call it, the last couple of years. What do you think you guys need to do to start getting on the right side of those games? Is it the little things? What do you need to do?
Just finish games, finish strong. I think we did a lot of things right versus West Virginia. I think there's a lot of things that we got to do better. But in the end, I think, you know, we just got to, of course, make our free throws and just guard the ball to the very end. They got a few, you know, easy dunks, layups that, you know, if we would have been guarding the ball, kind of so, I don't want to say really playing the scoreboard, but not worried about, since we're up by this many, we can, you know, give them a basket maybe. And that's just what we got to do, just close out games.
Last year, you know, you couldn't use experience as an excuse because you had, you know, the big three, obviously. Zard played a lot of big games for you. This year you could, you know, I mean, you could use an experience as an excuse for some of the late game meltdowns, whatever you want to call them. Would you do that? I mean, can you pin any of this on inexperience and the fact that guys haven't been through this before at the Division I level?
I would not say that at all. We all have been playing basketball for a long time. I'm not going to say just because we're young, that's the reason it ended the way it did, because last year, you know, we were caught in the same situations, and we never said it ended the way it did because we were experienced. So, I mean, we can't say that because we were unexperienced. I mean, if we would have won the game, it wouldn't be because we were unexperienced. You know, it's just because we played hard and we did what we were supposed to do. So I think unexperience has nothing to do with it at all.
Jimmy, you guys have been able to really take advantage of your quickness against bigger teams this season. Villanova's got a lot of players that have, you know, similar skill set to you guys. How will you try to kind of attack them differently than you do against the bigger teams?
So far, you know, I really do not know. We haven't started doing anything to prepare us for that yet. I think we're just going to keep, you know, running our offense, doing the defenses that we do, and just match up accordingly to what we're about to learn in practice and in film.
What do you think Scotty Reynolds makes him? I mean, he obviously is the key to their offense.
I think he's a big part of the offense, big part of the team, you know. Leader, senior point guard. He's been the leader for as many years as I know. I think he's a really good player. I think we're going to have to stop him if we want to win the game. But they also got a lot of other key players too, so, you know, we can't just be focused on one player. We got to focus on them all.
What sticks with you from, you guys played 3 pretty memorable games last year, the Big East tournament game. You know, what do you remember most from that?
I remember the last second layup versus Villanova that, you know, they won the game on that layup. I mean, it really hurts, but I mean, who's going to forget that? So that was my most memorable moment of the Big East tournament.
Do you remember, I mean, a lot of people will point to that, obviously, but, you know, you guys pretty much were written off at halftime. You had a huge second-half comeback. I mean, do you think Buzz will talk about that a little bit with you guys? You remember anything at all about that?
Yeah, I remember. We're down quite a few at halftime. I don't think he'll really talk about it because that was last year. You know, we got a lot of new players. They got a few new players. It's a new team for us, kind of, sort of for them too as well. So we're just gonna be focused on the tasks that we have on Saturday.
When you look at Villanova, matchup-wise, they're very different from West Virginia, and probably that plays to your favor, I would think. Would you agree with that, just knowing what you know about them so far? Not any dominant big guys or anything?
I agree because, you know, West Virginia switched almost everything. I don't think Villanova is going to do that. They don't have, you know, the big presence inside. They're a guard-oriented team also, and they don't play 5 and 6, 6, 5 and above. So I think, you know, that won't be as hard as it was.